Now, glimpses of hope showed on the faces of head porters at Aboabo Dagomba Line in Kumasi as the Ghana COVID-19 private sector fund managers fed them. Many of the young women and girls who live on their daily engagement have been forced out of business as a result of the 2-week lockdown. But thanks to Ghana COVID-19 private sector fund, they have something to smile about. My colleague Ohiming Teria has more in the following report.
Liquid soap with water from the spout of a kettle is poured in the palms of these kids. They wash their hands under supervision of their aunt. On the blind side of their mother, the kids left their makeshift house to play with friends outside. Fuseina instructs them to wash their hands to prevent them from contracting the deadly coronavirus.
They just went out, so they need hand washing.
Hand washing has become a formality for many here who have heard about the disease and education materials in the media. In spite of intensified education, most people here are unaware some people have tested positive to the virus in Ghana. It calls for strict adherence to preventive messages from health professionals. Saharatu Zachary is head porter with very little knowledge of the virus.
You don't know, some diseases, you might shake the person's hand, and I think if you wash it, it will be better.
Do you know how the coronavirus gets into the human body, the passage areas?
Please, I don't know.
You don't know it can go through your eyes, your nose, and others?
No, please.
Are you aware that you're not supposed to touch your face with your hands, especially when you've not washed it immediately?
No, please. I'm not aware of that.
Scrap dealer Idrisu Mahadu is unaware of confirmation of cases of COVID-19.
We've heard it's in other parts of the world, but not in Ghana. You just informed us.
Idrisu and other colleagues sit under a shed chatting among themselves. Most of them had just returned earlier than usual from daily rounds to scavenge for scrap metals. It is their way of restricting their movement in order to protect themselves. They met on return quite a number of people, though not as many as usual. Discussion centers on the virus and how vulnerable they could be after one of them explained how much they are exposed. Right behind them is a wooden structure. I am told it's a sleeping space for many of them. The structure is poorly lit without windows, so no ventilation. Mats and mattresses are spread on the floor with other property packed in corners. Mahadi accepts they are largely at risk if the virus should be contracted by one of them.
We can't do much. We have to look to God. We pray it doesn't get here.
The congestion here was worsened by a recent fire that gutted a number of homes here. Now, the few who have been able to rebuild their wooden structures are forced to take in others who are shelterless. At least 8 people now sleep in a room. In this home, rented mainly to headquarters, not less than 100 people live in the 8 rooms. Inside one of the rooms, I find 7 tired-looking women with children who have retired from a day's Kayaye activities, taking a rest. Each has been in contact with several people they have lost track of. Many more are still in the central business districts, going about their businesses. They explain how they have protected themselves in the face of rising cost of hand sanitizers.
Now, apologies, that report was rather the reports on the reconstruction of the homes of slum dwellers who've had their homes destroyed by fire. Coming up on JoyNews today, Sanitation Ministry and Accra Metropolitan Assembly take advantage of the lockdown to embark on a general cleanup exercise in the Central Business District. More after this breather.